I'm gonna do something completely different today. I never do this, but I tested out some riding equipment on a ride and I filmed it all. I know this is absolutely not the normal kind of stuff you guys are used to seeing on the channel. So the audio might be a little different, the format's not the usual, but I am really excited to mess with some of this gear. So please let me know. If you enjoy this video, tell me in the comments. Normally I just sit here and talk shit and try to make sense of education. So if this video actually totally sucks, tell me in those comments and I'll make sure to blame my editor for not showing my sexy side. If you want me to do more rides and reviews, go ahead and smash that like button. You know what to do. Especially actually, if there's other stuff you want to see, I get some great ideas from you. So I want to keep delivering the stuff you enjoy watching and I'll try to show you so much nipples in the future. Today I'm going to cover not just one thing on my ride and review, but a couple things. First off is this jacket from First MFG. This is the Arnold. This is a leather jacket that they make. It includes a liner. I did take that out because it is freaking hot as balls today. However, I do want to ride with some protection. I'm going to be going up through Turnbull Canyon. It's got some twisties and turns. Pretty nice ride, but we'll see how this thing works out. If it's going to be a freaking straight jacket, and it might totally fucking suck. But threw it on the ground, got some aluminum shavings on it, got some fizz fur in there. I will probably come back and pee on it later just so I feel like a real biker. Now, the other things we have are some technological advancements, some whiz-bang scientific items. Now, first off is these Ray-Ban Meta Wayfarers. And these are the glasses with the cameras in the frame. Pretty fancy stuff. I'm really curious to see how these perform on the bike. I already got my greasy eyebrow in there. They are a wide version. However, I do have a basketball for a skull. So I'm a little dubious as to how these things are going to work out for a long ride. We'll see how these guys hold up. We're going to check out how good the video quality is. Next up, we have this RAM mounts shebang. I'll be putting my phone in there and I will have a speedometer on it, maybe a map, or maybe some old Squidbillies videos. Who knows? We're going to see if this thing holds up to a ride. It's kind of, I don't know. I have my doubts that this will contain my phone for the entire ride. I have backed everything up on my phone to the cloud though, so I'm not worried. Next up, we have this Insta360 X5 camera. It's in its little fancy case here. That is an interesting piece of technology. I'm gonna come clean with you guys. I am an awful cameraman, as you can see by this video. Now, I'm hoping that some of these things here can actually improve the quality and add some new elements to our videos. We're gonna take these for a ride today and we're gonna see how they perform on the road. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to do a final conclusion after I've taken a few rides with this gear. I'll share some of the things I encountered on my first ride, and I'll leave you with my final thoughts on how this gear performs. The jacket. Now, I was not paid, nor was this jacket given to me. I bought this with my own money. I earned it, my allowance. First thoughts, the jacket is stupidly comfortable. It smells super good. I absolutely love the smell of leather. It came with a liner, but it's pretty damn hot here in California, so I took that out. I can see that being really handy in the winter months and adding just a little cozy factor. And the liner came out in about 12 seconds flat, so wasn't really remotely inconvenient. And I thought, okay, well, it comes out easy. How much of a bitch is it gonna be to put it back in? That's what she said. But seriously, holy smokes, it took maybe 30 seconds to reinstall the thing. So I picked up the jacket for a couple reasons. One, I wanted leather. And I took a chance on this thing. Mostly leather jackets just have sucked for me. They fit like crap. They're not comfortable to ride with taller bars either. And a lot of them are poorly made. They have garbage hardware. The leather smells like bleach and suavecita. And they take years to actually feel broken in. And most leather jackets have that dangly belt thing, which I totally see the purpose of. I get it. But it's not an accessory you can really wear out and look super nice. It's more punk. And while it does pair well with a wallet chain, I just wanted something else. Now, this jacket tones it down to tab without sacrificing comfort or badassery, it seems. So the features of this thing that I dig. It's got a snap-down collar, nothing flapping in the wind. It's got fancy concealed pockets for snacks and sensitive documents. There's also little grommet holes in the pits for air, because my armpits do love to breathe. And First MFG calls the back an action back. And whatever that means, it translates to, hell yes, this is actually comfortable to wear. Zippered sleeves, love that. I can open these and get some airflow or zip them up and seal out the weather. And the thing that really wowed me, it's got pockets internally for armor. I have never had an armored jacket, but the armor in this thing is freaking dope. I am super comfortable in this jacket, and I'm feeling reasonably safe. I can move around really well, and it's something I can wear off the bike and feel pretty confident in. Next is the 4 Eyes, the Meta Ray-Bans, the Facebook Ray-Bans, or the Zuck Eyes. Now, I was not given these glasses. I actually paid for them with my own money. I am not endorsed, nor am I being paid or incentivized by Zuck to do this shit. I actually needed a new pair of glasses, and I had a problem. I suck at operating a camera. Just not what I'm good at, guys. So we all have our strengths and weaknesses, you know. Running cameras is not my thing. So I saw these and thought, maybe kill 2 birds with 1 set of glasses. I'll get new glasses to see things and a camera that's really easy to operate. So what's super cool is I can get these with my prescriptions too. I thought, what the hell, it'd be super easy to use to film some awesome stuff. And it's as simple as saying a voice command and boop, they record. Plus, they make these things in a wide frame option, so I felt the Four Eyes gods were actually smiling upon me, and I pulled the trigger. Now, they come with a nice little charging case, and they're insanely simple to operate. I was really surprised that they're also very comfortable to wear. I really like that they import images and video to my phone so quickly, and they have a nice little app that lets you deal with all your footage. They have speakers so you can take calls, listen to music, or even look at something and say,
"Hey Meta, what's this?"
That is your penis.
And it can help you identify stuff. And since I'm a total fucking nerd, I've been doing that with bugs and plants, and I've been expanding my entomological knowledge. I'm also seeing very real potential in the value of these with taking video documentation of stuff I do on bikes and even making notes for myself if I have to walk away from a project. The Insta360 X5, the next hot piece of hot tech. Totally sweet 360 X5 camera. I bought this thing with my own money as well, not being paid or incentivized to do this review, doing it of my own volition. Now here's some super hella nerdy stats on this thing, because I know there's guys out there who really get hard for this stuff. You've got 360 degrees of filming, and in post, you can move that view around whenever and wherever. I'm not even remotely adept at producing videos in post, but they have some really cool software that allows you to create the perfect video. They even have this invisible selfie stick mode so you don't see the stick in your shots. The X5 now comes with a super durable replacement lens in case you throw yours in a fit of joy. It has an AI chip that allows it to record in very low light. I haven't gotten to mess with that, but very soon. I'm actually thinking about nighttime ride videos. That could be pretty cool. Its stabilization and horizon lock are impressive. I am on a bouncy ass chopper, and the video really ain't too shabby. Also, more nerd stuff, it shoots in 5.6K 60 FPS with active HDR, which really grabs a ton of that detail, which I know you love. I actually do not want to see how many wrinkles I have though. Wow. And it's got an ultra wide POV mode, which I'm definitely gonna have to try at the next gangbang. I bought a selfie stick and some clamps to run this on my penis, bars, so you can see how rad this thing is for riding videos. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. And I'm actually not intimidated at all by the UI on this thing. Seems pretty straightforward. And shout out to Jordan Hetrick for his book on how to use the Insta360 X5. Absolutely love how informative it is, and that book and his videos really helped me get started with things. But I know I've only really scratched the surface. I'm still all thumbs this magic contraption. And now for this RAM mount. So again, full disclosure here, RAM is totally awesome and sent me this mount to try out, and I do have some experience with some of their stuff, so I was very willing to give this thing a go. Today I'm going to try out this phone mount on my 600. I hope the thing is pretty rad because I usually just have to pull my phone out of my pocket while I'm riding, which is hella sketch. Now RAM mounts are widely known for their durability and for a wide range of versatile and well thought out mounting solutions for really almost all your electronics, and they can mount them on multiple kinds of vehicles, from trucks to kayaks to motorcycles and even airplanes. And fun fact here, I have used a very large RAM mount dog bone modified with a par can clamp and a magnetic base to hold longer exhaust while I weld, and I've been doing that for like the last 7-8 years. Now one thing that stands out about this clamp is that it's so simple. It's not trying to overcomplicate the job with fancy magnets, clips, and buttons, which may be fine, but I'm just pointing out the things I like at first glance about this particular mount.
Let's go on an adventure! Fence is down, so that means I should go up, right? That sucks. Yeah, this is downtown LA. It's the ocean. These are the part of the Whittier Hills.
All right, so we are here in the shop, and I'm gonna share with you how things went on my ride. Now, the jacket first, the Arnold jacket from First MFG. I was very ready to rip this thing a new asshole, but I have to be honest, this jacket really didn't disappoint at all. I had quite a few reservations, but this thing was so comfortable. I actually forgot I was doing a review on it. Good Lord, I am in love. I did realize that when I came down the canyon, it actually got a little nippy because I was sweaty and the air was making my legs cold. I could feel the jacket doing its job and keeping the wind off me, keeping my core warm. And at no point was this thing uncomfortable. The hardware seems to be very good quality, and my only con here is that I didn't get one sooner. Honestly, I really should have picked one up before now. Now, since this video, I have worn this multiple times, and I really can't find a damn thing to bitch about. I even got flipped off by a little kid on the corner. He thought my fit was perfect. I returned his salute, of course. Now, this jacket gets a serious thumbs up from me. The Meta glasses. I am pretty picky about glasses. I actually use them to see things clearly. That's kind of important. And I had some very real concerns about these right out of the gate. First, let's go over the pros. They fit my head really well, which was a surprise because I wear like a 7 5/8 hat or larger. And these were at no point hurting my head. They fit nicely under my 3/4 helmet, and they were really comfortable. I don't have a full face helmet that actually fits my head, so I couldn't really test that out. The glasses respond really well to touch, and the controls are intuitive and quite easy to use. The voice commands are seriously dope. I love it. You can just say,
"Hey Meta, how strong is the wind today?"
Now, the footage is actually fantastic quality, and the audio ain't half bad. And now for the cons. For some reason, the glasses would stop recording every few minutes. I had to pull over a few times to tell the glasses to start recording again. I didn't want to troubleshoot on my ride, so when I got back to the shop, I discovered that this is the built-in limit on recording, 3 minutes, to preserve battery and prevent overheating. Not the worst thing ever, but I wish it was more like 10 minutes. Now, another thing I encountered was that the glasses kept trying to connect to my Spotify, which is running on a computer back at the shop. So I need to figure out how to unpair them from Spotify for my purposes. Not necessarily a con, but just something that didn't work with for what I need the glasses to do. Now, other than that, no other serious complaints. They take great videos, and I have since that first ride used them to create content that I've shared on Instagram, and I will continue to do so in the future. I love being able to take a quick video of something, stick it up on Instagram, and share it with you guys. And these are great to make quick reels or stories just to easily share and document what I'm doing here in the shop. I love that I don't have to set up a camera, and my hands are free to work. The Insta360 X5. This weird little brick packs quite a punch. The video quality is insane, and it allows me to see 360 degrees around me anytime I want with the footage. It stayed on the entire time I wanted it to, no hiccups. I bought these 2 dog bone style clamps on Amazon that seemed a bit more trustworthy than the thread-on clamp style that Insta offers for motorcycles. Now, I'm on a chopper, so thread-on stuff is kind of sus. Now, the clamps did great, didn't budge the whole ride. I did have a little trouble navigating around the camera on my first trip, as you can probably see in the video, and I tried the voice commands a couple times, but they weren't super accurate. Could have been the bike. It's loud. Now, the fumbling manipulation of the camera, I'm gonna chalk up to me not really having any experience. I don't think that's a con for a camera. It's just that my newbie ass has to learn how to use it. Now, I did have the camera come unscrewed from the selfie stick partway through my ride. I don't know if I just didn't crank it down hard enough or I did something wrong. Since then, I have made sure to screw it on the stick securely. Haven't had the same issue since. Overall, absolute top marks for this little camera. Now, the RAM mount for my phone. Well, this thing blows donkey dongs, man. Psych! This thing is actually rock frickin' solid. It held my phone solid even when I was bouncing over a broken fence, chasing a Rottweiler, and flipping over SoCal's finest potholes. Install was painless, straightforward, took seconds. I am a fan. I will definitely be using this mount on my bikes. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. RAM mounts offer lifetime warranties on all their products. I really wish I could offer some kind of critique to RAM about the phone mount. I really do, but I guess time will tell how durable the thing is, but for now, it stays on my bars. Now, a little bonus here that I didn't notify you of in the beginning of this video. I am also riding using the First MFG Roper gloves with a little cell phone patch on the fingertips. Now, these gloves are well worth every penny. The fit is wonderful. I was honestly a little worried about seams because a lot of gloves are not comfortable for my tender little mitts. They have weird seams that bite into the hand when you ride, and you really can't tell until you're actually riding. Now, the fingertips worked on my phone to move around the map if need be. They weren't perfect like my gorgeous middle finger, but it does the trick. So I honestly cannot say that any of these things did terribly, and the more I get to use them, the appreciation climbs, the learning curve starts to flatten. I'm very happy I got some good riding gear, and new tech is going to help me create even better content for your viewing pleasure. Now, what kind of gear do you guys want to see reviewed, if any? If you think there's something I should really review, let me know in the comments. And if you've ever tried to film something really cool and realized the camera didn't record shit, hit that like and subscribe button. Peace.